Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special 2025 forecast for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Leo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and official TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Leo, happy 2025. I hope that you all are doing well. It's going to be a special layout for this reading. I'm going to be using 3 decks, the Citadel Oracle, Fantasy Oracle deck, the Messenger Oracle deck, and the Tarot of Mystical Moments as the clarifiers. I'm going to do 4 positions, north, south, east, and west, all corresponding to the seasons as well. This is just a forecast reading just to get a temperature on the year. And let's begin. All cards have been pre-shuffled. I'm going to get an overall energy for the center of the compass, as it were. Oh, right away. Really beautiful. The Archer. Biding your time and planning ahead. Spirit just said to me that 2025 is a building year. I feel like that's some kind of sports term. They use it in sports when they're talking about, you know, especially, well, the sport I'm most familiar with watching is baseball, and a building year in baseball kind of signifies when all your best players have either retired or been traded or gone somewhere else, and you bring a whole bench of new kids on the block, and you have to train them, you have to get them acclimated to each other, to the pace of what it is that you're trying to establish to make a cohesive team. And so the first year of that would be called the building year. It's the preparation year. So for Leos, I feel like 2025, obviously there's a lot of achievements that you're going to have simply by virtue of the fact that you're a Leo and that's what you do. But I think in terms of long-term planning, 2025 is where you're going to really cement a lot of it. And I see this arrow here is like trajectory, like right on target. I'm going to get a clarifier for this, the center of this compass. We'll see. The clarifier is 3 of Cups. Not a big fan of this particular rendition of the 3 of Cups, although for you, I do feel as though it is a community coming together to celebrate. So, you know, you could be starting a new business or taking your business to the next level, taking some projects to the next level. You have a community of people surrounding you celebrating that. The reason why I'm so hesitant as to this depiction in this particular deck is because they all seem a little, that they're all thinking different things. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I gotta go with what I feel. So, because Spirit just confirmed it with that honking. There are going to be some people in your midst, and you already know this. Leo, I feel as though you came out of the womb and people were like this with you because you're a natural leader. People naturally gravitate towards you. You have a heart of gold, and you have a big personality. And there are going to be some people that could be slightly envious of whatever it is that you're planning. It's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't care for you. But they can't help themselves almost. So this could be like a sibling or a parent. Could be a parent where it's not that they're not happy for you. It's just there's a part of them that might just feel like they're missing out, or what you're doing is going to require a lot of your attention and therefore they're not going to get your attention. You know, that kind of thing. It's these petty little interpersonal family issues, because I really feel strongly like it's family, that they're going to be with you, of course, 100%. They're going to be with you, but I do feel like there's going to be this tinge of I don't want to go so far as to say envy and jealousy, but I think that I've just said it, and so I have to put it out there. I don't think it's anything that you aren't already aware of, and you're not going to let that stop you because you're right on target. You're aiming, you're firing, and it's amazing. Okay, so let's get the direction cards, north, east, southwest, for Leo, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Okay, so your direction cards are out. I'm just going to pull clarifiers. Okay, all your cards are out. In the north position, the north position is the overall goals for 2025, the themes for 2025, and see yourself in nature, which is so amazing because right before I sat down to do your reading, it's a very wintry, blustery day that I'm filming on right now, and I somehow motivated myself to go out and get a cup of coffee. Now, I made myself a cup of coffee at home, but it's like, let's just take a walk and get out of the house for a second. And even though it was cold and it was blustery, I went to go visit a very beautiful tree that's in a park that's in the next block. And as I connect, and my hand is actually, feels like it's vibrating right now. This was the hand that I used to touch the tree. I stood there for like maybe 2 minutes, and I just spoke to the tree, and I connected with the tree. And just then, this just a huge gust of wind came up and rattled all the leaves. And there's this little marker, this metal marker on the tree. I guess the Park Service has it to, you know, classify what number each tree is. And that little marker started shaking. It was this little metal piece, just started shaking in the wind right in that moment as I was connecting with the tree. It was such a, I knew that tree was speaking to me. And I feel as though you are going to really make a point of getting outside more, because you're working so hard, but you also recognize that you have to rejuvenate yourself in some ways, and it's not just by drinking endless Diet Coke, which I don't know where that just came from, but Spirit wanted me to say it. It's not just in drinking endless Diet Coke. It's, I think, because I've just been seeing that a lot on social media. I mean, there really is nothing like a crispy Diet Coke, but Spirit was saying that almost forcefully, that you have to really connect with nature in 2025. It's imperative. This character is pretty interesting because the minute I saw it land on the table, I thought of that character in, what's it called? The Chronicles of Narnia, Tumnus. Tumnus, I do not like that story. I'm sorry that if you do, I'm just not a fan. But Tumnus is the first character that the little girl meets when she walks through the wardrobe. There's this like magical wardrobe. It's like a portal to Narnia. She walks through and then she meets this kind of creature. And at first she's like really freaked out, but then she's like, oh, he's nice. He's a friend. So now I'm not saying that you're going to go out into nature and meet some kind of Tumnus. What you could be meeting is some kind of internal place in yourself, some spiritual entity, right? That's going to kind of remind you of your strength. Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior living to fight another day. The Nine of Wands is the card of tenaciousness, right? Again, in this kind of nature scene, although in this scene, all the trees are bare. There's lots of brambles and thorns, but you're still standing, you're still elegant. It's really important. the overall theme for 2025 is that it's not just that you're standing strong, it's also that you're grounded and connected with Mother Nature. You're empowered by it. Perhaps your goals have to do with being in nature. You could be an athlete, and you could be, like maybe like I have family members, my first cousins, all my cousins, the first cousins that I know, and then their cousins, they're all athletes. They're all very active. I do not fit into that. But they like literally climb the sides of mountains. This is what they do for fun and to challenge themselves. So this could be a goal of yours. You could be literally climbing mountains and connecting with spirit that way. You could be running marathons. You could be starting a new business or evolving your business, starting a new project, writing a book, something that does not involve, necessarily the baseline of money, although it could involve that. I feel like it's also a spiritual calling. So yes, the best kinds of callings are spiritual callings that can also make you money. It's fantastic. I love that. And if that's your bag right now, I love that for you. But I feel like these are personal challenges that might involve you going out there and really pushing your physical body to the limit, not in a bad way, in a way that is your choice. Because I see this here. And that's, if that doesn't resonate with you, if for some reason you do not resonate with the physical, I think it's maybe the mental that you can still connect with nature, absolutely, but it could be through a space of meditation, it could be through a space of prayer, energy work. I just did some, a lot of the things that I learned during the pandemic, and amongst some of the things was Reiki healing. I learned during the pandemic and became a Reiki master. So I just was working on that this morning. So you could be working with spirit and Mother Nature in harnessing energy in that way. So take it as it resonates. That feels like the overall goal. It's very important. It sets the tone for the rest of the year. And the North position represents the winter time, the beginning of the year. In the East position, what is rising, what is upcoming? We are all connected. We are all connected. Now, this kind of reminds me of, I don't know, what is that called? The medical symbol? My gosh. It's called a Kadut? No, I don't know what it's called. I'm not sure. Spirit's not giving it to me, but this is what I kind of see, the medical symbol there. I see double helix, which ironically, when I did my Reiki session for somebody this morning, saw a double helix. So that could be something that you're really connecting to. It says we are all connected. You might be looking at, oh, see, look at that here. You see that tree with the root system, the branches and the root system? That's amazing. All of these animals, the sun and the moon, everything's so intertwined. I think you're going to have this tremendous spiritual revelation this year. This doesn't just feel like just about the earthly plane. I think part of this target is going to involve a kind of dimension jumping, quantum jumping, up leveling in your consciousness. These are very big. This is a very big deal. I feel like it's a big deal. And also these two dragons here kind of like looking over you, like your spirit guides. All of these symbols of interconnectedness, like these kind of knots, they look like Celtic knots. The butterfly, the wolf, the owl, the snake. These are all spiritual, symbolic animals representing rebirth, wisdom, independence. And it's all of that is coming together for you. I feel like there's this beautiful harmony between chakra energy as well that you're working on. I just see some Leos out there because Spirit's giving me a very nice perspective. I see a very handsome gentleman in my mind's eye who is very fit and very healthy and very disciplined, sitting kind of in kind of a meditative pose, but just very aligned, very at peace, very comfortable in their own body. And I feel like you're kind of stepping into that for yourself in 2025. Like you're owning your own body, you're owning your own movement, you're owning your own presence. I mean, which some of you might say, well, that's nothing new, but I mean, really, is it nothing new, or is it this? It feels different. It feels, to whatever level of Leo you're at in your life, which, what do I mean by that? If you're just like a young baby Leo soul that's just like new and kind of trying to figure out the world and taking a lot of risks, or you're an old soul Leo that's just like, I've been there and done that in 10 lifetimes, and you know, I'm just trying to get by. Whatever phase of Leo you are, whatever phase of life you are in, or if you're watching this as, you know, somebody who has Leo placements in their chart, right? Whatever phase you're at, you're going to be up leveling, because I just see this beautiful discipline and alignment and understanding, deep understanding. And they're also saying, Spirit's also saying, it doesn't totally happen in a vacuum. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Pentacles in the upright is abundant, right? Fruitful. See all the fruits here. Abundant, independent. When the card is in reverse, it kind of tells me that there are other people that are going to be coming in and helping you on this journey. So let's say you are interested in, I don't know, writing a book. There's part of you that might sit kind of quietly in your home office and write a couple chapters, but then there's also a part of you that might seek out an editor or a writing group or a collective of people that exchange their writing and help to give feedback and criticism, and or maybe you're reading books about how to craft the perfect novel. Whatever it is, you're not sitting there in a vacuum. You're not, I don't see you in the springtime kind of retreating away into yourself. You're reaching out towards people to ask them for their feedback, their input, their contribution to how you can further explore this alignment. I'm going to ask for a clarifier. Another 9 of Swords. Interesting. See all these eyes? That's literally eyes on her. 9 of Swords can talk about a little bit of nightmare energy, over anxiety about something. There are going to be people, and I actually have said this recently to a Leo, there are going to be people that do not like it when you up level. This is kind of something that people in spiritual communities, or just not even spiritual, just people that are just getting places in life, and not just about their financial accomplishments or social media accomplishments. Just when you up level your life, maybe you like leave your small town and get out there and explore the world, or maybe you leave corporate America to go back to your small town and just live a beautiful life. Whatever it is, there are always going to be people that are with their prying eyes looking at what it is that you're doing. It's one of these situations where, you know what, it's like, I hear that Bonnie Raitt song, let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. I mean, that song is about other things, but it's that sense that, you know what, if you're going to be talking about me, I'm going to make it worth your while, because I'm just going to up level. And it's not about impressing anybody, but you're going to feel that. I think you're going to feel that sensation of you just trying to live your best life. And then there are these, you know, it could be the judgment eyes of parents or partners or friends. And you know, maybe they're not saying anything, but they're looking. It's just like, what is Leo going to say next? What are they going to do next? Oh, they think that they're so aligned, they're so connected to nature now. Well, yeah, as a matter of fact, they do. Right, but in the South energy, underlying challenges of 2025, you do take a moment in the summer months, reveal your truth, clarified by number 9, the Hermit card. So in the springtime, we're getting out there, we're talking to people, we're asking for feedback and input and collaboration. But then in the summertime, we're kind of taking stock of what we've accomplished, what we've done, and kind of retreating in. The Hermit card is number 9 in the Major Arcana. It's Virgo energy, and it talks about that introspection, that dark night of the soul, that, you know, because we can have several dark nights of the soul in our lifetime where we, you know, it's basically like a spiritual leveling, where we find ourselves questioning our identity, right? And you could be doing that in the summertime, where you've had all of these amazing experiences, winter, spring, connecting to nature, connecting to your own body, really feeling in touch with things, maybe losing people along the way, right? Maybe losing friends because you don't hang with them anymore, right? I'm really grateful. Like at the end of 2019, I stopped drinking. And I wasn't like a big drinker to begin with, but like I just decided as part of the spiritual journey that I just didn't need to have alcohol anymore. It just wasn't something that interested me anymore. And I got a lot of questions about it in the beginning because I used to drink. And I got a lot of questions about it in the beginning, like, oh, just have one. Like, what? It's not like you have a problem, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, I'll have a Coke. I'll sit here with you and you can have a drink. I didn't lose any friends over that, but I know people that have lost friends because all of their friends were drinkers. And so that when they stopped drinking, it's like they didn't know how to relate to one another anymore. And so there could be this situation, that's just an example. There could be a situation that comes up for you because as you start to align more and more and more with yourself, if the people around you are not in that same vibration, if they're not working on themselves, up-leveling themselves, at peace with themselves, you have to ask yourself a tough question, like, you know, can we hang anymore? Can I relate to you? Can you relate to me? Do you even want to? So this reveal your truth is going to be really important for you in the summertime, probably around your birthday too. Your birthdays always make you reflect on things. You know, what have I accomplished in the last year of my life since my last birthday, right? I think this is just this reckoning and this coming to terms with the fact that you're not afraid to show your true self, your true identity. but it came with a lot of contemplation, you know, it came with a lot of introspection and diligence and heart, I want to say. It's clarified. Yeah, Ace of Wands. The Wands is your suit. Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When you do this, when you reveal your truth, Spirit is going to just hand you a beautiful brand new beginning. It's going to be right up your alley. It's going to speak to you in so many ways. See, remember when I was talking about the book? You could be writing a book. And it doesn't have to be like your autobiography. It could be like a book on whatever it is that you do for a living, right? And or just like a lesson or something. A book of poetry. Who knows? Whatever it is, Spirit's going to give you that, like, just divine inspiration. And I feel as though you're going to grab hold of it. The card is in the upright. There's going to be such bloom. It's really beautiful. Summer months. But the challenge is the first challenge would be to take off whatever mask you felt you've had to wear. And not be afraid of, like, what's underneath, right? What's underneath is beautiful. It's just who you are. In the West setting, what is being put to rest? What is being put to bed? It says, see the signs. See the signs. You know, immediately what I thought of, what's being put to rest. Any doubt that you ever had in Spirit. Because sometimes, I mean, healthy questioning is always good. Like, you don't want to, I'm just going to speak for myself. Like, I try not to do too much what they call spiritual bypassing, where something kind of crappy happens to somebody. Oh, well, you know, that was Spirit's truth, or that was Spirit's way, or, you know, Spirit wanted this to happen. I mean, sometimes you can't just, like, use Spirit as a one-off. And it's healthy to question what it is that you're seeing and perceiving and manifesting every once in a while. But when the signs are there, the signs are there. And I think in the fall, there will be, see, even this is your sign, right? This is the sign of Leo right here. Leo the lion. It's popping up in the corner. I think there's going to be some really significant indications to you that if there was ever a moment that you questioned whether or not you're a divine being, you're going to put that to rest. And it's clarified by number 0 of the major arcana, the Fool. This is all, thank you, Spirit. This is all about faith and Spirit, taking the leap of faith. There might be perceived dangers, but you're going to jump anyway because you know Spirit will catch you, metaphorically speaking. Taking risks, being bold, being outlandish, Spirit just said, outlandish. Testing limits, testing your own limits. Number 10, major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck, good fortune, divine timing. It doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't get any better than this. Scorpio got this card in the exact same position. So if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, you might want to watch that 2025 reading. Amazing. Everything working together like a well-oiled machine. But instead of a machine, it's Spirit. Represents Jupiter, a planet of expansion. Throughout 2025, you're going to be expanding your consciousness in a way that you could have never predicted. And there are going to be some haters. There are going to be some jealous people. You're taking that all in stride, though. There's no place here where you've stopped momentum, right? You've gone inside to contemplate, but that momentum is just as strong. It's just manifesting in a more insular way. I think some of the hardest work that I ever did in my entire life was when I was in hermit mode. Because I question everything, right? That's not easy. There are tears and anger and this boiling up of emotions that you forgot you felt. So it's the hardest work that I've ever done and the most rewarding. That's your reading, Leo. I hope that it resonated. If you're interested in a personal 2025 forecast, I do offer that on my Buy Me a Coffee link. But if this is where we leave things, thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.